Hey y'all, and welcome back to my channel. So today we are refreshing my silk press. She has gotten greasy. She's getting a little bit oily at the scalp and it's starting to itch a little bit, which I'm probably way past due trying to refresh it, but I wanted to put some curls in this and I just have been prolonging it, and we are now 2 weeks into the silk press and now we're trying to play catch up. So we're going to go ahead and refresh. We're going to do some dry shampoo. I'm going to touch up a few spots on my scalp where I know I've sweated a little bit, and then we're also going to put some heatless curls into it. So let's get right into it. You know, I really had the intention to do this maybe last week, but with having a kid, it has truly humbled me with how much time I actually had before having a baby. Like, I underestimated how valuable that time was, really. Also, having a silk press really made me realize how much I actually sweat and I don't realize it. Like, I am sweating all over my scalp and I'm not even doing anything. Like, I'm just sitting there and I just get a hot flash, and I only am hyper aware of it because I know the sweat droplets are reverting my roots. I'm going to start off with sectioning big chunks because I'm not going in with small sections right now because I really want to speed this up and I really don't want to take that long. I'm going to do this in bigger chunks and just go along my roots because I know that under here there are some areas where I've kind of sweated a little bit and I had my scarf on in the middle of the night. I'm getting hot flashes. I'm holding the baby. I'm just sitting there cooking and I'm getting hot flashes. So I know, like, around the edges they're kind of a little puffed up, and under here, yeah, and then on the crown of my head as well. Those are going to be my 3 areas where I'm really going to focus on. I'm going in with the Remington 1-inch flat iron. I do have that set to 370 degrees. And I really am doing this as a touch-up. I don't want to go through all of my hair. I'm just going on the roots just to make sure that I'm getting out those parts that were puffy before I go in with the dry shampoo. I also am really trying to only pass through at least once on the section because I don't want any heat damage. And obviously me not passing through the ends is also a way for me to avoid heat damage as well. Right here, I'm just parting out my crown because my crown is a big area that I've noticed that is extra oily, and it's a place where when I am getting hot or I am sweating, I can feel the actual curls on my scalp once I look at it or I touch it, and I can really feel the curls on my scalp because of the sweat. So I'm parting this off and I'm taking it into smaller sections just so I can make sure that those wave patterns are gone, especially because, you know, other people can see the back of my head. Obviously I can't, but I mean, I want it to look good in the back too. I'm not gonna lie to you. And then I'm just finishing this off with this other side, and I'm just sectioning off the rest of that crown section and then straightening just the roots so I can make sure that they're nice and smooth before I put the rollers in. Now the front section is my finest hair on my head, so I don't want to do too much with the heat there. The only thing that I am gonna do, because I do feel at my roots, especially like right here, it's a little bit waved up from me sweating. So I'm just gonna go in lightly with that and just really do a quick pass because it is finer hair than the rest of my head and I don't want it to get damaged at all. And for the rest of that front section, I'm just gonna grab it with my thumb like this, quickly grab, and then just go like that on the roots. I'm not even going to go all the way through because I really don't want to mess with that front. The front section is where I'm really triggered because that is where I had my heat damage. I actually ended up having heat damage around most of my head because I was overdoing it with flat irons in high school, but the front was really bad for a long time. So now I'm just going to brush it all through just to make sure that it's all smooth. And what I'm going to do just to make sure that at least my roots are all good to go is just pass my hand. This is so unorthodox and not really a way to truly go through it all, but like I said, we're trying to be nice and quick. I'm going to go through like this. If I feel any bumps, then I'm going to go ahead and grab it and then pass it with the flat iron. I do feel one back here. My root is definitely curled up right there, so I'm going to go ahead and grab it and we're just going to straighten it really quick. And then I'm going to go again just to make sure, and I don't feel any bumps. I feel a lot of grease, but no bumps. Next, we are going to go in with dry shampoo. This is the Not Your Mother's Texturizing Beach Babe Dry Shampoo. It is the toasted coconut fragrance, and it also says that it's not going to have the white residue, which I did spray it on my hands just to double check, and it doesn't. So I'm very curious on how this will work. I'm not a big dry shampoo person as a natural hair girly, but if this is something that doesn't leave residue, I might end up using this on my curly hair too in the future. So we'll just see. The directions say to shake vigorously, hold can 8 to 10 inches away and spray onto root, massage thoroughly with fingertips and then brush through. So I am going to go through in sections with this just to make sure that I do get most of my scalp. So I'm going to start at the bottom, and I'm not sectioning this off perfectly. I'm just grabbing it and I'm going. So we're going to just clip that up, and we're going to start with this back section first. Massage it. Let's do this side. And then we're gonna brush. I feel like already I can feel a difference, and it also smells really good. If you don't like coconut smells, then you might not like it, but I really love it. It smells very beachy, I feel like, which it is called Beach Babe, so it makes sense. But I do already feel a difference, I feel like, but we'll really know once I get to my crown area, because like I said, that is the most oily part for me, and the top part where I parted my hair. I'll come back when I'm on that section. We are now at the crown of my head, so I'm gonna split this in half, and I'm going to flip this forward and put it to the side. Just gonna let this fall in the back. And I'm actually going to clip this to the side so that I don't lose it. And you can even see how it's falling. It's oily. So I'm going to go ahead and just go right in, massage it, and then go all the way around. Now it says brush it, but I feel like this has been holding on to some of my oils, like brushing it down. So I'm actually going in with my comb instead and just combing it through. Honestly, seems pretty promising, but let's do the top section and I'll give the final verdict after that. And for this one, I'm gonna actually hold it up to get both ends of that top section. It feels so much better. I think I want to spray a little bit more even, because can we really do too much dry shampoo? I don't know. I'm not a dry shampooer, so I wouldn't know, but I'm about to spray more. I love this stuff. I should have been did this. I'm not gonna lie to you. Yeah, she's alive again. Now let's go on to the front section. And I'm just gonna go into horizontal section. So let's just speed this up. And there's no white residue, by the way. I feel like it's basically brand new again. It doesn't feel greasy at all. It's like magic in a bottle. I'm gonna go ahead and do the rest off camera and then come back when we're ready to put the rollers in. Okay, we are all done with the dry shampoo part. I wish that I used dry shampoo. This made my hair feel almost new again. I do still feel like it probably won't last that long, but it's giving me a few extra days that I could work with though, which we can't be mad at. I did go and order 2 different heatless roller sets. This one is the one where people were doing like the unicorn heatless curls, and then they were doing the ones where it goes right here and then you wrap it around, kind of similar to a flat twist. That's this one. And I also got the really popular ones where you do 3 directly back, or some people do 2, like 1 here, and then 1 on top. These are the jumbo flexi rods. They're the satin ones. And I think I'm going to go in for this because I really, really want bigger curls. And I think these ones, people get more of that bombshell big curl versus this one, depending on how tightly you wrap it, obviously. These ones come out a little bit tighter, I feel like. I'd have to play around with this, but super excited about using both of these eventually because I think I want to be a stretched hairstyle girly, so these will be put into use in the future anyways. Both of these are by Kitsch, which I think that's how it's pronounced, and I got them both off of Amazon. I have never used these before, but they're obviously super popular on TikTok. These ones are the ones that snap in the front. These are also the satin wrapped ones. I'm gonna go in with 3 because that's what I see is most popular. And I'm gonna go ahead and start with the front section because I see a lot of people start there. I have that first section sectioned off. I'm gonna go in and brush, then hairspray, and then roll. So I'm just brushing that all forward, making sure that I have it all nice and smooth. And I'm going in with the Kenra volume spray. This is the super hold finishing spray, and it does have higher hold. It says that it's hold 25, which I'm hoping that doesn't make it too harsh, but I want it to be able to hold the curls, so let's hope. I also got the travel size because I've never tried this before. I've heard good things about this company on TikTok, especially from people that work in salons. And also too, I don't really use hairsprays being that my hair is natural, but if I end up liking this, then I might end up using this for when I do stretch my hair and I want to do heatless curls again. No need to cry, now I'm gonna be my own best friend. Getting this and I'm twirling it towards my face. Love me, but you don't. Your family told me one day I would see it on my own. Next thing I know, I'm dealing with your 3 kids in my home. Love is so blind. How do people make that look so easy? Like my hair's like falling all over the place. And now I'm about to section off the last 2 sections and then roll those up. It feels right when it's wrong. Now that it's over, stop calling me. Come pick up your clothes. Ain't no need to front like you're still with me. All your homies know. Even your very best friend tried to warn me on the low.
Myself and I, that's all I got in the end. That's what I found out. And it ain't no need to cry. To the power that from now on, I'm gonna be my own best friend. Be myself and I, that's all I got in the end. That's what I found out. And it ain't no need to cry. To the power that from now on, I'm gonna be my own best friend. Got me, myself, and I know that I will never disappoint myself. 1,000 times. All the ladies, if you feel me,
Okay, they are on, and I am just uneasy about how it's going to come out because this middle section, you can see it's like not super tight, but I mean, they're going to be comfortable to sleep in at least. That's what I'm thinking about. This one looks a little lopsided. Like I just, and I don't want to redo it, but maybe I should, but I'm not going to. I'm just going to leave it. However it comes out, it comes out. The thing with having natural hair is that you come to embrace that not everything can turn out perfect. So if it doesn't turn out perfect, then we are A-okay. You got to lead in with that expectation. Anyways, I'm going to go ahead and finish off with the Kenner spray just to make sure that we have that extra hold so that the curl will actually hold itself. See, it worries me about like these little straight pieces. You can see it right here. I have no idea how that's going to turn out, so I'm just going to kind of tuck it just so that it at least acts like it's going to stay put. I actually ended up taking this down and redoing it. I didn't do it any justice because it still frustrated me and it was still very hard to do. I'm just going to leave it as is. It's a little bit loose still on the roots, but it's fine. I hope that it doesn't come out like crunchy because I did spray more hairspray on it, so I'm hoping that it doesn't end up all chopped. So I will come back tomorrow and show you what the curls will look like. It is now the next day. It is around 4 p.m. I could have did it in the morning, but I let it soak just a little bit longer. So I'm about to take my bonnet off and I'm about to unwrap them and let's see how these curls came out. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. They're just falling out. Give me nothing. It literally did nothing. Gave me nothing. Love that. Love that for me. I have no idea what I did wrong. Maybe I didn't wrap them tightly enough. I put hairspray on them so that it would hold the curl and literally gave me nothing. I mean, kind of gave me like a flipped end here, but that's not what I wanted. I wanted bombshell curls. Now it's just giving like a blowout, you know? I was so ready to just like take them out and be successful, and that didn't work. So let's just comb this out. And it has hairspray in it, so I want to make sure that it returns back to at least the softness that I had, because now it just looks like my hair is actually more aged. And my camera died, so sorry for the disruption, but just wanted to reiterate that I was so disappointed in how my curls turned out. So I wanted to try again the next night. I went in with a unicorn style curler just because I know that a lot of people had success with these. So sit back, relax, and enjoy while I put these in and hope that my curls come out better. Yeah, you hurt me, but I learned a lot along the way. After all the right, you feel the sun come on again. Yeah. This is the next morning, and I was just hoping, wishing, praying that it was going to come out okay. And as that first curl fell, I just knew it was going to eat down. I was too excited while I unraveled the rest. Like, it was just falling off like butter. I was too excited because the first day was a fail. Like, we needed this win. Once I got all the curls out, I did go in with a wide tooth comb just to loosen up the curls, make it look a little more natural. And then I did go in with a Bretman Rock Trick with some hairspray just to get some va-va-voom at the root. It didn't last long, but it lasted a little second, okay? That's what matters. And then I went in and sprayed some hairspray along the length of my hair just to hold the curl a little bit more. This did come out more like a beach wave rather than a bombshell,
bombshell curl, but I think it was still cute. If you do have any tips on how I can make this last longer and be more bombshell curls, please let me know in the comments. But until then, I will see you in the next one. Talk to you later. Bye.